Good day to you. glad to meet you. I hope to see you again soon.
Warning. Lighting disabled in excavation zone. Remaining in the area is hazardous. Warning. Lighting disabled in excavation zone. Remaining in the area is hazardous. Please reboot 3 power circuits and restore power supply. Attention! Power circuit already on. No reboot required. Enabling lighting in the excavation zone. Warning. Damage to power system detected. Start the emergency generator.
Glad to meet you. See ya.
Attention! Power circuit already on. Warning. No reboot required. Damage to power system detected. Start the emergency generator.
Hello? See ya.
Lighting enabled. Have a nice day, employee.
This amber orange ball, hovering above the scientific equipment connected to it, seems to be the reason for what happened in Nashville. You can feel the waves of anomalous radiation emanating from it with your... You bend toward the equipment. It's possible the slight electric current being emitted somehow stimulates the artifact's activity, so you suddenly begin to feel numb. The prickling in your hands, and the anomalous radiation pressing against all of your consciousness unfolds like a giant canvas, hurling you into a dark auditorium. You see the maelstrom. It covers the gaining. It takes you some time to realize that you're wandering through a fog. Eventually, the dull, white nothing. You step carefully. The space beneath your feet resembles thick but perfectly transparent ice. A vortex of cloud. The lights are actively moving, wandering, gathering. Iridescent, they form both small and large groups, and the desert far below changes. Clara is surrounded with white light and mist. Her hands, seeing you, her expression changes. She crosses herself, mumbling, and Clara recoils from you in horror.
I was having lunch.
Clara never moves her gaze off you.
I remember you saying, find the car and drive away. If I knew you were sacrificing yourself, I would have stayed.
You see sorrow and grief in her eyes.
I only know that I'm an awful wrongdoer. I hope you're in heaven now?
Clara sighs heavily.
I see. Why are...
Her voice suddenly becomes deep and thick. She drawls as if her words were being played from a corrupted tape.
Abed is very kind to me, but his fate...
There's no doubt. The funny, scruffy old man standing before you is Aaron Melville, the old man from the gas station. He also recognizes you. Melville examines you closely.
Safe and sound, I see. How'd you pull that off? No one survived where you were headed.
The old man points vaguely upwards with his crooked finger.
You're aware, aren't you? The spire is fallen. Now the road's closed. As if folks would want to come here.
He thumps his timber leg on the ground, driving the mist away. Melville's face seems to petrify. He speaks slowly, but flounders anyway.
The gas station can be crowded nowadays.
The old man woefully...
Come on, don't be shy.
A dazzling supernova-like flash sweeps across your view. The lights, frozen in the desert, start to move. Flickering waves of lights drift northward, driven by the winds of a maelstrom. Not just a maelstrom. Maelstrom. Its shadow covers the west and south of the dome. Van Olden looks the same as he did during your first meeting. The same shiny glasses with thin rims. He's examining a shred of mist hanging in the air. He's so involved in meeting your eyes, the scientist instantly darts back. Then he comes up to you and begins to palpate. His fingers seem to sink in your face. Sebastian Van Olden screws up his lips scornfully.
Yes, of course. A thought form, like the pink mist, I suppose, or any other similar anomaly, as was to be expected.
The white winces.
Have you any grasp of the context? I'm talking about anomalies. The pink mist is obviously a term particular to this field. A thought form. Well, it's a derivative of...
Sebastian smiles dreamily.
I see answers in it myself.
The scientist loses all interest in you, steps... A gray-haired man, arms stiff at his side. Kingsley is much shorter in person, and he notices you.
I depended on you and you failed me. Why did you not report on the events of that day?
Martin comes close. You notice small changes in his uniform. Some of the insignia have been replaced by larger patches. Kingsley nods, as if anticipating your question.
Yes, the uniform is new, but the man is the same. Head of Magellan Base.
He surveys the thick mist around you.
One thing's certain.
He looks you in the eye and says,
Scientists on the emulator project have been telling us a lot.
You smell quartz and sand tempered in the sun. But as you try to penetrate the dispersing mist, a hall covered with carpets. A golden Cronus logo on the wall among wine-red banners. a power plant, a city filled with lights. The visions fade one. The mist fades away. You take a step towards him, and he strikes.
The ends justify the means, don't they? Have you signed?
The stranger raises his hand, forcing you to. He looks up again.
We have to be like the Soviet Union and Germany in the late 1930s. Mutual favors.
As he finishes speaking, his lips stop. The man in the turban keeps standing there, a lean figure looking angrily upward. An unfamiliar woman steps out of the mist and looks. She's wearing a tall, crudely made. She smiles, although on her, she begins to prowl while circling around. The fluctuant white, slow. The woman rolls her eyes discontentedly.
Are you serious? Tuesday, I tell you. Wednesday, I tell you. Thursday, you're the man. You're responsible for me. The nightstand. The top drawer. There they are. Oh, my pills. Just say pills before we go to sleep. Is that so?
The man nods. The woman clasps her hands in front of her chest. She's boiling with frustration.
I can't depend on you, can I? I haven't been...
Her shouts break through the man's pondering. He comes to his senses and stares at you. Olivia falters and points her finger at you.
And what is this? Or who is this? Mind...
Johann gives the woman... The fuzzy mist, as if whisked with a mixer. He clasps his hands behind his back and stops. Vivid interest flashes in his eyes. He clears his throat.
I'm out of jokes about death. Or about Mr. Christ.
The man circles you. His glance...
A pre-war haircut, all-time uniform, clean and pressed. Shoes aren't worn out. Just got them.
He recites with enthusiasm. He frees his plump palm and carefully touches you with one finger.
You are ethereal, but light-tight. You respond to my movements.
He raises himself on tiptoes and fixes his eyes upon you. He flings his arms about and leads. A wizened old man, long and lean as a scarecrow, leans over to examine you with the curiosity of a vulture. His long, yellow-white robe, his stony black eyes resemble those of a blind man, but their gaze...
Such remarkable technology.
He smiles, a warm and kindly expression, wildly at odds with the menace in his eyes.
Name your price, and I'll buy your design. But be reasonable.
With the smile still fixed on his face. You hear heels clicking. It's a woman. She looks at you with surprise. Then she frowns. She stands so close you can see multicolored reflections in her bionic eye. After poking you to confirm your ethereal... Naturally, she fails. The woman chuckles Light. Bright light. You shield your face with your... You slowly spread your fingers. At first, you can't see anything. The screen on your Kairos blinks. The system reports an error while trying to update the built-in atlas. When the maps reload, the icons are gone. Only a single marker.
Prohibited. Employee currently deployed to the danger zone.